Hi guys, my name is Ali, and I am doing my morning chart analysis to come up with my trade plan for the day. So yesterday was quite an interesting day. We, came to this level of resistance, the 1350 to 1375 range, and once we hit that, we literally catered right down uh, 180 points plus. We see that a little bit more clearly when we switch over to the daily. Since overnight, on the overnight trading hours on the futures, we have been unable to break the previous resistance zone that was established, going back to earlier in the week, right? So going back to, well, actually even Friday of last week, we have been unable to break it. So, we have to watch this very closely to see what's going to happen. And are we going to make a higher high? Right? Are we going to close above yesterday's high, or are we going to make a lower low and pull back? For me, currently, I'm thinking more so of, a sideways type day. And the reason for that is if I come online and I, check out like CNBC, I don't see, much going on. There's not any like significant bullish or bearish news. Okay. Um, Another thing, if I come to investing.com and check out the economic calendar, there's no major economic news that's happening today. And you can tell that by looking at this column, importance. Um, I primarily look for threes, but then twos are a little important as well. The one that I think is going to be a little important today is the oil rig count. So if the oil rig count goes down, then there could be a slight possibility or probability of oil prices creeping up, and vice versa. Another thing that I like to look at is the earnings calendar to see if there's any major earnings. And a little trick here is to click on the market cap button. Um, so it seems like, we don't have any major companies. And I kind of do that, looking at the market cap. So if it's anything less than $100 billion, I just kind of ignore it. I don't think that these smaller companies they affect the market, but not in a way that some of the $100 billion companies do, right? And the reason for that more so is because I'm a primary investor of the Nasdaq 100, and these companies wouldn't really make up. They don't have the market cap size to be in the Nasdaq 100. Okay. So based on that, I can come back to my trade analysis for the day and say that, hey, I'm thinking more so of a sideways, right? And obviously, this changes throughout the day based on what we see, but I'm thinking more of a sideways pattern, right? Sideways day. And for the NASDAQ, our original target was 13,550. So this can now get updated. Um, so if I come here, right, my close yesterday was 13446. So 13446. And, you know, I'm just going to enter 13,600 to say, yes, there is still a probability to make a higher high. Well, sorry, this should be a three. And on the low end, right, as you can see, we have been, for the past several weeks now, we've created a very nice upward trend channel, right? So I don't expect this channel to break immediately unless there is just catastrophic news. There is a possibility that, we may come down and maybe test this zone, but to completely shatter these two supports, sideway supports that we've established, a trend line upwards, I don't envision that happening. Um, And we have some supports on the downward side. So I am just going to activate this guy and move it up to be more so here, right? So that gives me approximately 13.3, which I'm using the previous day high, previous day low as support, as well as the resistance that was established, last week. Um, so overall, based on that, as you can see, if we look at historically, right, the past several weeks, um, we dropped, and then the following day we had a monster rally. We dropped a few days, then again we had a monster rally. So I don't know if that's going to happen today or if it's going to turn into something like this, where it's a doji. But the probability of us coming down is obviously always there, right? So I'm going to enter 1213300, and then for my TQQ price, so I have to look at the 4 hour. So yesterday's close was 3613. So now I have my calculation here, right? And I can enter in my trade plan to say that if I go to the 13,300 area, so currently I am, um, uh, I don't have my position column. Okay, so I'm going to enter my positions. So currently I am long with CCs, and I have 34, 35, 38, 30, no, 37, and 38. Excuse me. And let me delete these guys. I don't need this comment here anymore either, right? So if I make a higher high, if I make a 13,600, then I want to sell 40 or maybe 42 covered calls for next week. If I hit 13,300, I want to sell probably a 32 CSP, right? And those are going to be for 8/19, so the following Friday. And that's literally it. So for me, that's my trade plan for the day. And overall, the trades that I plan on taking. Today's Friday, and I like doing summer Fridays, so I don't want to, do too much work, um, you know, especially on a summer Friday, right? I guess while I'm here, let me just take a look at Soxel as well. So currently, I am long with 19 CC and 21 CC. And then I also have 16, 17, and 19 CSPs, right? And I guess same thing here. I have 32, 33, and 34 CSPs. Okay. So for Soxo, if I essentially do the same, let me go to my weekly. So Soxo has been slightly different where this week we have not made a higher high. I was thinking it's going to do the same thing as the Nasdaq, where we were going to come chase the previous resistance, which is established right here, but we haven't done so. Let me remove this drawing. Remove this drawing. Um, Wednesday was a little scary. We dropped. Activate. We had a very strong drop on Wednesday, but we did recover. So that was, it was very good, easy money overall because the market itself was very bullish. So this drop, I think it was, I looked at it as a oversold position, and I was able to easily buy it and write this guy up. So I'm going to extend this guy to the left, extend to the left. So for Soxo, the play for the day is going to be something similar. One thing about Soxo that does scare me a little bit. Yesterday we closed as a hammer down, right? And there is a potential for creating an M here, right? As you can see, as well as because we didn't make the higher high. And if we look at it from the previous bottom, let me draw a fib channel, right? So as you can tell, you see, it's not a coincidence that we came and we tested the 32 fib, right? Actually, I guess I can remove this because it was the fib channel. So, I think the probability of us testing this fib, 2962, is going to be high over the next couple of days. Uh, and, again, we would just have to watch it the same way, we watch other trends and changes in the market. But overall, just being a hammer, there, is a possibility and probability that this would get tested throughout the day today. So based on that, this was 297869. So 2978.69. And for the high, I think you would go and retest this high and maybe make a higher high. So I'm going to put in 3100. But for the bottom, the expectation would be that we would not break the current week's low, right? But the high probability would be testing 2926. So if I come here, 29.2926. Okay. Soxo price. Yesterday we closed at 1973, and as you can see, the market has, it is moving up. So it's moved up approximately, 50 cents overnight. But it closed at 19.73. So that means based on the current move, we would be expecting. Wait, what happened here? I think something's off. Let me copy this formula and put that there, and copy this formula and put that there. Okay, something is off with my formula here, so I will. Oh, that's why, because this number never got updated. So the close yesterday was 2978. So 2978. There you go. That is more correct and accurate. So here we're going to go ahead and I want to leave these previous comments so I know what my research originally was, right? And pretty much put in at if we hit 3100, I want to close long positions at 2930 area. I want to open 17 CSPs for 08-19. Okay. So this is going to be my trade plan, and I am just going to quickly print this out so I have it on my desk for the day, and that way I can keep track of it and play what I need to play. Again, today is Friday on my side, and overall for the market. And Fridays I like to do my summer Fridays. Keep in mind, this video is for information, educational, and entertainment purposes only. This does not, this is not investment advice in any way, shape, or form. please refer to your own financial advisor to discuss these investments to see if they overall work for your investment risk reward tolerance. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, and happy trading and happy Friday. Thank you. Bye.